Tuesday. Sorry, Jacob, I can't. Jacob said, look sad. I can't because I'm not that sad. Let's be honest. Welcome into the PHNX
Just another day.
Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri.
Yeah, you are.
He is Shane Diefenbach.
Regrettably, I am.
Regrettably?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. Joe in the chat had them on the ropes, and their experience came through in the end. Joe is talking about ASU men's golf.
No, I think he's talking about
know.
our Keeping It 100 scramble where we had everybody on the ropes.
What place did y'all come in?
Dead last.
You're lying.
As I expected.
Wait, actually dead last?
Okay, can I people are like, no way. There were 17 groups out there, right? No, over 18. There were over 18, like 20 groups, I think.
Okay.
We had Sean, who doesn't golf.
Does not golf.
But he was fine.
Yeah.
But he doesn't golf.
Okay.
Me, who is not good.
To give yourself some credit.
I'm not good. I've broken 100 one time.
Okay.
But you're not bad.
And Trent Bourget, who just started.
You're right. I forgot.
And Korn,
he's pretty good at golf.
He's pretty good. He can hit the ball far.
Not good enough, though.
Yeah,
not good enough to carry.
And everybody else said at least one person who was good at golf.
It's a damn shame that I wasn't there to help.
There were a lot of people that had teams of more than people that were good at golf. And there was actually a professional player in the tournament. So I before the tournament started, I expected that we were going to come in last.
So we have work to do until November. Yeah. Pretty much is what you're saying. Okay.
Jalen posted a story on his Instagram of him awake at 5:30, and I'm just hoping he was going to the golf facilities, not the football facilities. Jalen, you're already too good at
football or golf.
You need to get better at golf.
You can't be too good.
He's too good.
Yeah, Joe in the chat, our group shot a 66. Let's talk about ASU men's golf for a second because they had a great day yesterday, and then you get to today, and it's just, it's what the thumbnail says. A little summertime sadness.
They were good though.
They were. It was at a certain point they had lost the first two matches that had ended, and then they obviously would have needed to win the final three to move on to the semifinals, and they were up at that point in all three of the matches. And then eventually it just kind of it didn't really swing in their favor. And then I want to say it was the 18th hole. Michael, I totally forgot the pronunciation already. Do you have it? Do you have it handy in your back pocket?
Myaseth.
Myaseth. God damn, you're good, Jacob. Michael Myaseth needed to win the 18th hole. And he was so close. So how close is so close? Well, we've got a video of how close is so close.
It's just... This is me, except I leave it 20 feet short and I misread the putt.
And he left it an inch. Look at
one more revolution and that goes in.
Oh my gosh, that is tough. It's literally just a little windier outside.
You know what I'm doing?
What?
I'm getting on my hands and knees and blowing on.
I thought you were gonna say you start barking at it. That might have been enough.
That's not illegal either.
Just
Nothing that says it's illegal.
Are you sure there's nothing?
I think it goes in if I do that.
As long as it goes for 10 seconds. Because after 10 seconds, if it doesn't roll in, it's considered like in its spot.
So I could stomp and be like, come on.
I don't know if you can
I don't think you can stomp.
You can't cause it.
I think stomping would be a no-no.
Stomping.
So yeah. ASU going on to eventually lose. They get bounced from the NCAA men's championships to the number 1 seed UNC. Look, going into this, ASU... We know that over the last few years, Matt Thurmond has really got this team and this program to be a powerhouse in the nation, a program that can compete year over year against some of these dominant teams. Obviously, they snuck in the quarterfinals as the 8th seed. Tough draw against UNC, the number 1 team in the NCAA. What did you see, though, from a team in ASU that had a younger roster out there today?
Yeah, they, as Joe said, they really had them on the ropes. They were leading until the 16th and 17th holes. They were up 3-2. UNC technically had 2 wins already, but ASU was leading in the final 3 matches. So, this is a great way to lose. If there is a great way to lose, this would be the way to do it. It sucks that it came down the way it did with being inches short, but it's not anything to... shake your fist at.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, this is when you break it down, obviously ASU had the chance to win down the stretch there, but at the end of the day, it's a 1 seed up against an 8 seed. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the way it is in all sports. Like, there is a team that is favored, and there's a reason that UNC is favored. They had the experience. And that
This was Baylor
came in
against
the clutch.
UNC, except Baylor would have won. Except Baylor holds on to that overtime lead, and UNC doesn't get to the national championship. That game was so awesome.
The college basketball game?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
2 years ago was that?
You just did you just start thinking about that?
Well, that was a 1-8 matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, what's a 1-8 matchup that was awesome? What was
one.
it? Double overtime? Complete disclaimer. I was so drunk for the regulation of that game. I don't remember.
For regulation?
And then in overtime, I was like, oh my god, they're in overtime.
Immediately sobered you
Yeah.
up. Moving
who?
forward, before we move on from golf today, what do you think other coaches can learn from the way Matt Thurmond runs his program year over year?
It seems like a lot of these players are really loose.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big way to do it. Golfing is such a mental sport, obviously, and it just seems like these guys have fun out there. So I think that's your biggest thing.
Yeah. I mean, you look at some of the other sports, right? Like, I think it is tough, specifically when you get to this part of the season. Again, not just for golf, but for really any sport. You look at the baseball team, right? Last week, or you get to the Pac-12 tournament, and it did feel like at a certain point the mental side takes over and they just can't get out of their own head. But I agree. I think if there is one thing that some other coaches could maybe implement a little bit more in their program, something that I think Bobby Hurley does really well is just letting his guys go out there and do it.
Them boys don't have a leash.
No, I do believe Thurmond. It feels like has him on a leash.
Yeah.
Hurley's dogs are not on a leash at all.
No, Hurley's dogs are running rampant.
Hurley's dogs, also great band name. I feel like
that's a really, really like elite Sonoran dog station.
Hurley's dogs
or Hurley's dogs, yeah, like a Sonoran dog stand outside of like a concert.
or DFA.
No, they don't have that.
And the hot dogs are in like little jerseys. What? No, dude, that's like for the hot dog stand. The hot dogs are like in little jerseys on. I'm
like
just
the logo?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the physical hot dogs. I'm like, ew.
No, what? Or an edible jersey would kind of go crazy.
What would an edible?
Would it be made out of? Cheese? No. No, you don't like it? Okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm out here being creative.
Joe saying the only thing that could have saved us was on 18 was a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun
at the
fact.
Keep 100 golf tournament.
Yeah.
There was a rocket launcher on hole 18.
What were they shooting?
Golf balls. It wasn't a rocket launcher.
Was
I
it
guess
golf
it was a
ball
golf
launcher?
Yeah. But it had like you could donate per PSI.
Wow.
To shoot it. It was great.
Now that I think about that, I honestly think it would have been kind of elite if they would have fired off like OG's gummies from the rocket launcher. Yeah. I think that would be awesome. Just like
125 PSI straight at your face.
Oh God.
God, that sounds amazing. Guys, if you haven't tried OGs yet, I don't know what
sounds like it would hurt.
Well, you could just look. You don't need to go get like a projectile. Just throw it in your friend's mouth or your mouth. If you haven't tried OGs yet, you really need to check them out. They got a bunch of different flavors. And to be honest with you, my personal favorite, time and again, I tell you, is the Aquaberry Sleep Edition. I have trouble sleeping. I didn't have trouble sleeping after getting back in California, though. I knocked out like a baby.
I'm going to have trouble sleeping thinking of a hot dog in a jersey and how it's basically just a pig in a blanket.
Oh,
Duh.
my gosh.
Duh. We just
you're right.
deep fry it and then paint it with like food coloring. But don't use, what is it, red 30? Red 40?
Dye? I don't know. I don't know what the dye is.
What red dye is the bad one?
Okay, you do that, guys. Dye? If you don't want the Aquaberry Sleep Edition, they got their strawberries and cream. They've got mixed bags, including watermelon, red apple, peach, blackberries and cream, orange creamsicle, peaches and cream. Literally endless flavors for everybody. Check out OGs online at ogsbrands.com and on Instagram at ogsbrands. You can also find their products at your local dispo. You do got to be 21 or older to purchase, though.
Red dye 40.
Red dye 40.
Don't
be out there messing with the red dye 40.
Don't be doing that.
No.
Don't be doing that, but do be messing with Four Peaks.
Do be messing with the Four Peaks.
I had some Four Peaks at the Keep 100 golf tournament, obviously, but Sunday night, knowing that I don't have to come to the office, cracked open a hazy or two. Sat there, watched some stuff.
What'd you watch?
The game was yesterday. I wasn't watching the game. I did have a Four Peaks with the game yesterday though. But I do it all responsibly.
Four Peaks and sports go together like
hot dogs and jerseys.
Yes.
You got to be 21 years or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just drink responsibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be a part of the ad read for everything at this point. Guys, We're done talking about the summertime sadness that is ASU golf. And we're moving on because we got a hockey schedule.
Number 3, 4-minute major, 5-minute major, boarding.
Boarding for what?
You boarded.
What are we boarding? A plane?
No, you boarded somebody.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you got a 5-minute major. You're number 3. Get out of here.
I thought we were boarding
He
planes
has been
here.
ejected.
That's crazy.
He has been ejected from the game.
I have been ejected?
Yeah, you have been eliminated from the race.
Okay. Guys, 38 regular season games and only 12 of them on the road for ASU hockey, meaning you guys are going to get the chance to check out the Sun Devils at Mullet Arena
Mullet.
a lot this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at how ASU starts the season. They've got an exhibition against them Wildcats, in-state rival.
Them Wildcats ain't great.
Them Wildcats, not great.
So you better win that game.
Looking at how this team starts, right? They have got one road game in the first month of the season.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that does in terms of this team and just really the program getting ready for the season?
Well, I would say it's great and it doesn't matter, but one road game is in Ohio.
Yeah.
So that sucks. That's like 8 road games.
That's 8 road games in and of itself.
That's why they only have 12. They only have 11 more after Ohio because they have to go to Ohio.
And there's one at the very bottom, one home game against Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the game of the season already?
I hope not because I don't want them to peak too early like they did last year. I mean, it's one of the best teams on the schedule.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited for more home games. Powers was talking about it. Like a bunch of these teams owe us games. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's October. Moving on to what the team's got in November. They're home for the entire month of November with games against Stonehill, Denver, Alaska Anchorage, and Providence. I think this, first off, I just want to shout out the graphic.
All of their graphic.
I love the all white part of this graphic. It's got November on there. It's got a little bit of December. You got the Desert Hockey Classic, obviously back in Tempe, January 5th in the 6th. This team, Shane, just like zooming out from what we've seen in the schedule, right? This is a team that underperformed last season. Greg Powers would be the very first one to tell you that the expectations were not met. What's it going to take for ASU to get back to what this program is capable of?
To keep building this culture that you started to build last year, for sure. I mean, it was fun to play hockey in the desert at Mullet, and you just got to keep that magic going. I'm sure you'll get more guys in the portal, not just this year, but next year as well.
Yeah.
After they see how much fun it is to play. And having all of these home games, you can really build something strong with home game after home game of like when you come to our barn, I'm calling it a barn, even though
I love that.
This isn't like the Midwest. When you come to the barn, the Mullet Barn, you're in for a doozy.
The Mullet Barn?
You're in for a doozy.
Just think about that for a second. A barn of mullets.
Well, no, it's like a family. The last name of Mullet owns the barn.
That's not where I was thinking. I was thinking a barn full of just wild mullets. Going crazy.
Oh
my gosh. We talked about it for ASU football, right? In terms of it's wild to see a team have as many home games as ASU football is. Looking at hockey for a second, you brought it up, right? This is a team that only has 12 road games this season. Even the classic that they're playing in is going to be it's at home for them. I think what this does, and you touched on it, it starts to allow this team to build some sort of dominance at home, right? We saw that the student section really showed up and showed out for ASU hockey last season, despite the team not being as good as it should have been. So you get this team and you get this program back on track. You steal big-time games against Denver or Alaska Anchorage, right? That is only going to grow the culture. It is only going to inspire these fans to come out to Mullet Arena more and more. And really, if you are looking at a program to really get the rest of ASU sports going next season, I think it honestly starts with ASU hockey. If you are able to really set the tone for ASU hockey early on. Again, a ton of home games to start the season. I think that is going to have Tempe roaring a little bit in terms of, okay, ASU hockey, they've got a bunch of home games and they're winning them. They're stealing games that they aren't going to be the favorite in. And then you've got ASU football. You get the Kenny Dillingham era started. Then you've got Bobby Hurley returning a season after an NCAA tournament bid, right? Like, I think it starts with ASU hockey.
Technically, it starts with ASU football.
Technically.
But I think...
Yes, because football starts before hockey.
No, I know. But I think the only game they would play would be Southern Utah, and then... Who's their second game?
Oklahoma State.
Ooh. In terms of home performances, yes. Yeah. I mean, if you... Especially, I think, going into the basketball season, like, if this team is hot, it's going to do wonders for fans and fan support.
What kind of pressure is on Greg Powers this season?
Yeah.
And I know I don't want to take too much away because I know the schedule release is what it is. Like, we'll obviously get to that a little bit more as the season gets closer. But, like, I want to really sit here and talk about the hockey program for a second because, again, I don't want to say it was bad last season, but it was like...
It was a disappointment.
It was uncharacteristic of Greg Powers' coach teams.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like they had really high expectations. They played some pretty good teams, but then they lost games to... Colgate. The other team, Colgate was good. But some games they should not have lost, and at home as well. So... Yeah, I mean, there's definitely pressure. The seat's not hot. It's a little bit
It's
warm.
heated, like you're in like a car.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not a nice heat right now. It's like it's on, but it's like a little too hot.
Yeah, it's a little like it's like 85 degrees, and you're like, why is my seat warm? You're in a rental car, but no, you're in a new car because it's mullet.
Yeah,
you're in a brand new car, and the heated seats randomly turned on. You're like, babe, how do I turn? Did you turn the heated seats on?
Are you just like 80, and there's like nobody in the back seat?
Well, you're looking at babe. Yeah, or maybe she's behind. I don't know. Somebody turn.
You can't find babe, and the seats are on fire.
The heated seats on. You don't know how to turn them off. And it's 85 degrees out. Stop.
It's 85 degrees, so you're not here. You're not in Arizona.
Yeah, it's gonna be 85 degrees in October.
Okay.
Mess with me, dog.
I'm not trying to mess with you, dog. Okay. Well, why don't you take your new car and your 85 degree outside weather that
got a
doesn't
car
exist.
wash this week.
Did you?
I went through the thingy.
High five.
Ba-dum.
Great job. Congratulations.
You know?
On your... No, I know what a car wash is.
Yeah, but like the drive-through car washes?
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't be doing that.
They don't know what car washes are?
No, they don't be going through the drive-through ones.
Car wash.
They're like, I want to get my shit detailed. I'm like, dog, I just want to see pretty lights and stuff.
Okay. Well, I can't promise you pretty lights.
Dude, Burrito Express at a car wash while getting your car washed.
Do you want to do it?
No, you got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Guys, Burrito Express. Get it in your new cup holders or your old cup holders.
Or your freshly washed cup holders.
Do that.
But make sure it's not wet.
Guys.
Because wet burritos probably don't slap.
They do slap when it's wet salsa all over them. Are you kidding me?
Not water. Imagine dipping your burritos in water.
I would. Burrito Express.
Yeah, it would still taste
It would
fantastic.
still go crazy. It would still go crazy.
What,
Max
man?
just spawns. Max just spawns with a look of disappointment all the time. I think that's how Max was born. Max came out and it was just a look of... He was just so disappointed.
Ma'am, I've never seen this before, but your baby's not crying. It's just staring at me.
It's just staring at you with a look of disappointment.
Is that what your baby did?
Babies do that, yeah.
They just look at
Is
you.
that what your baby did?
Dude.
Is that what your baby did?
What?
Did your baby do that?
Do
Look
what?
at you with a look of
Did
disappointment.
it just like come out and was it not crying?
And I mean, she cried, but then she was just like looking.
That's terrifying.
She was crying tears of joy because Jacob loves Burrito Express, and so do we, guys.
And so does the baby.
And so does all babies love Burrito Express. It's
Yeah.
baby approved. Guys, they've got locations all over the valley, and they've got some NIL deals with Elijah Badger,
I don't know what that means, but
Jazz
it's not.
Hill. So anytime you guys go to Burrito Express, you're technically supporting Arizona State athletes as well. Grab a burrito and follow Burrito Express on Twitter at BurritoEXP.
I love my baby, but it won't stop staring at me and communicating telepathically and saying the human form is limiting. BetMGM, the best sportsbook app around. Have you opened the BetMGM app recently in the last couple of days?
I have, yeah. 'cause
Did
I
you
won
see
money.
Did you see the game that you can play?
There's a game now?
Sean didn't see it either. Open your app right now.
Okay.
So it's called the Swing for the Fences or something.
Swing for the fences.
You click on one of 4 boxes and
it's like a game.
Yeah, a little batter swings the bat, and you can get a single, double, triple, or you can get out, or you can get a home run. I don't know. There's a lot of different options.
What about a grand slam? Can I get a grand slam?
You might. I don't know if there's ever runners on base. But you can get up to.
That'd be so cool.
You can get anywhere from a bet insurance token to a X amount of money free bet.
Really?
Yeah. So do that. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, WID, brother or sister.
Okay, how do I find the game?
Promotions. I'll explain in a second. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM app, use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live. For our Arizona audience, you'll get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Again, just make sure you're using that bonus code right there, PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to Shane, me, talk about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Michigan.
Both
of them hit.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I made some money on the Miami Heat yesterday because it was always Heat and 7. Had them at plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Easy money. Those chef's kiss. I will say I was heartbroken. I mean, technically I did lose a little. I threw 35 bones. It was free money on Caleb Martin 20 plus and Derek White 20 plus. 35 would have paid $1,000. And Caleb Martin 26, Derek White
18.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better.
Bad beat.
I had a Caleb Martin Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
He got robbed.
And statistically, no. Efficiency, yes.
He got robbed.
I mean, he had the biggest impact. But what does MVP mean? Nobody knows.
It means most valuable player.
Yeah, but nobody knows what the actual.
Big idiot.
Dude,
Is that not what it means?
Ever since you came back, you've been so mean.
No. You're lying to the people. Let's talk about Caleb Love because he's a liar, right? He lied.
He broke his promise, but
That's the same thing as lying.
No,
it is.
No,
if I promise you,
no.
Shane. Sorry, that was.
If you're saying I'm going to go to the grocery store,
yeah,
and you go to the grocery store, and then the sliding doors just don't open, they just refuse to open.
No, you have to break them down.
You have to go to a different grocery store. You didn't lie.
I don't like that comparison.
But it makes sense.
It does make sense, and I don't like that.
We went to
a
grocery store in Michigan. The doors didn't open because.
Why do you have to go to this grocery store down the street from us? Why couldn't you go to any other grocery store ever?
Because Frankie Collins is better than him, so he needs to compete with Frankie Collins.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Frankie Collins is going to lock his ass up.
He is going to lock his ass up. What do you think about it? What do you think about Caleb Love committing to Arizona?
I think U of A fans are gosh darn delusional for not wanting him.
Gosh darn. Are there Arizona fans that don't want him?
There's a ton of them.
Are there actually?
Because of his shot selection. I'm like, dude.
Did you watch him the year before last?
U of A needed a person to create their own shot on the team last year. They so desperately needed that. Nobody could do it. Yeah, he took some dumb shots. You know what else he did? He scored 35 plus points on a national stage multiple times. He's a good player.
Oh, you're losing it. You're losing it now. What does Caleb Love at Arizona now mean for ASU? Does it really change anything? Because
I mean, his name is now Caleb Haight.
Caleb Haight? Wow. You just come up with that? That was right here. That was good. We got you, bro. Caleb Love, you're now Caleb Haight. Boom. I'll drop the mic for everybody on audio if you didn't know. I'll just toss it on the ground. Yeah. Look, Caleb Love, obviously, if he plays the way he did the year before last, then Arizona is a Elite 8 Final Four team.
Caleb Love only had 6 points in that game against Baylor in 2022.
Yeah, he didn't have a great season last year.
I mean, no, but it's Caleb Love.
But yes, if he does play to the level that he is capable of, then Arizona is the favorite to win the Pac-12?
Arizona's already the favorite to win the Pac-12.
You think?
Yeah. UCLA is not going to be that. They're going to be good. They're not going to be as good.
So they'll be number 2.
Yeah.
They're not. Or not. USC might jump them.
No, USC's probably going to jump them. Yeah.
You think USC might be the favorite to win the conference? No,
absolutely not. They're not. No, the U of A got too many really good pieces in the portal. Kashad Johnson as well. Like,
I can't wait for Zane Meeks to lock up Caleb Love.
Zane Meeks?
Yeah.
No, Zane Meeks going to lock up Umar Ballo.
No, he's going to lock up
JJ.
Caleb Love.
Zane Meeks. Defense. That's what he's gonna slap the floor and yell. If Zane Meeks isn't a slap the floor and yell defense guy, I don't want him on my team. JJ, let me know if he is.
Does JJ have like a tight relationship with Zane Meeks?
They're boys.
Are they?
Yeah, that's Zane Meeks.
They're Meeks. That is Zane Meeks?
Yeah.
Okay, JJ.
JJB stands for just Josh, and by name is Zane Meeks.
By name is Okay, then on that note, Guys, if you're wondering why Shane's been a little antsy this entire show,
Yeah.
I know it's been pretty noticeable. It's because there's a Legal Pete's right outside. Not Pete himself,
No.
but the delicious food that Pete himself makes.
Pete himself doesn't make it.
Guys, it's patio season. It's here, okay? It may not be 85, but the sun is shining, so why don't you head on over to either the Tucson or Tempe locations and maybe get a house beer bucket for you and the whole crew. 5 pints for $15.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, guys. Irresistible drinks. Mouth-watering food that's going to fill your heart and your tummy's desires. They've got bowls, tacos, salads, burritos, nachos, custom cocktails, and
Shane.
more. Nope, they don't got Shane. They got Shane under a spell because the food is currently in the kitchen right now. Guys, I brought up the beer bucket, but their margaritas slap as well. Soak up the sun with a loaded burrito and a crisp beer on the patio. Legal Pete's, your go-to spot for burritos, buddies. And
Legal Pete's, your go-to spot for...
You're just... Do you see this guy?
Illegal Pete's, your go-to spot for Frankie Collins, Jemiah Neal, and Zane Meeks.
Okay. So, before we get out of here, because I posted it on Twitter.
Are you play a game?
Do you have a game?
No.
No, it's not. It's not a game.
What'd you post on Twitter?
I posted on Twitter that it's been a rough week.
Uh-huh.
A rough 48 hours or so for ASU fans. Why? Well, Caleb Love is now part of your rival. No. ASU...
Everybody knows why.
ASU golf. Tough end of the year. And then you had ASU baseball yesterday not make the NCAA tournament. Rank those, 1 being the absolute worst, 3 being another day in the life of a Sun Devil.
So those 3?
Those 3 things.
Well, another life in the day of a Sun Devil is just that would be the worst thing. That's what always happens. So how about from worst to doesn't matter?
Worst to doesn't matter. Okay.
But all of them matter. ASU baseball not making the tournament sucked because U of
That's
A.
number 1.
Yes, because U of A was the team that got in before you. The putt falling short is second, and Caleb Love. Look, it's a blue chip program. They were going to be good. Now they're going to be pretty good, like really good. Could it be what puts them over the top? I don't know if they were a Caleb Love away from beating
Damn.
But I mean, look, they're going to be good every year. Like,
I wish the people on audio you're watching that you could just see Shane's face through that all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think obviously Caleb Love, he improves the program a little bit if he plays the way that he played not last year but the year before. They're definitely going to be a contender in the nation if he does perform at that level. But still, like, it doesn't necessarily really impact ASU all that much. So I'm gonna say that is 3. It's an The putt from this morning was tough to swallow because it was super short, but you look at the way that everything else kind of factored in. It didn't feel like it was going in ASU's direction anyways. So I'll put that second, and then, yeah, I'll agree with you. ASU baseball getting left out of the NCAA tournament for Arizona was just it was tough. It was tough, especially given the way the shit hurted because of ASU in like all season long was the better team. Like, if I would have told you after ASU swept Arizona midway through the season, if I would have told you that, guess what? U of A is actually going to make the NCAA tournament.
Oh, did they get 20 piece? And you'd have been like, yeah. Like, okay.
I wouldn't have even thought that is they get 20 piece. Sorry, that was.
They get 32-3 popped.
32-3 popped?
Yeah, in the 2 games.
Okay, well, I'm going to go 32-3 pop that illegal Pete's outside, guys. If you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX _ Sun Devils. I'm going to Pete Pop. You can follow me at Anthony _ Tozer. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. That's all. We'll see you next time for a snake draft on Wednesday. Guys, peace.